Hello, everybody. I am doing this somewhat on the fly. I went down a bit of a rabbit hole today, and I figure I should take you guys with me a little bit so that we can better understand this rabbit hole and how it works. So, one thing that I found interesting was after I made the initial video going over the Turtle Boy coverage of the latest hearing with Kate's daughter and Kate. I'm still kind of looking for things. I apologize. I did not give myself enough time to find everything I needed. But after I went over that, Kate made a couple of statements, um, specifically that number one, the court audio. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. That's what I'm looking for. All right. So she said two things that I found to be very interesting. Number one, she said that the court in the temporary HPO hearing was made some sort of special carve out for statements made by or to minors. That somehow there was a larger exception to First Amendment protection for statements made to minors. The other thing that she said was that she had the judge told her in the hearing, in the actual HPO hearing, that she had a cause of action for defamation and a few other things. And I was like, well, I listened to that hearing and I didn't hear what you're talking about. I never heard the court say that. A court wouldn't say that because those issues aren't in front of the court. The court will only make a judgment about what's in front of it. And a court can't make a judgment about what's not in front of it. A court hasn't seen all the facts relating to defamation or false light or anything like that. So a court can't make a judgment about those things. So I asked where she got that from, and it might take me a minute to find it, but we're gonna look at what she came up with. Show transcript. And it was right around the 38-minute mark. All right, here's what. Hold on a second. Let me. How do I do this? Show this. I need to be present, share screen, and we're going to do this one, share. And just so that you could see my beautiful face smaller, we're going to do that. Hold on, I can do a picture in picture. Interesting. All right, so we're going to listen. We're going to listen to what Kate thought the court was saying that she had a cause of action. Hopefully.
Is in large part protected by the First Amendment. I'm not going to go through it and say this is reasonable and that's acceptable and that's uncalled for. I don't need to. It's almost all protected by the First Amendment. Very few limits on the First Amendment. One of them is a civil action for invasion of a privacy or negligent or reckless infliction of emotional distress. So that's a vehicle you can use to try to get redress if you feel your rights have been violated. There are tough cases, or defamation, libel. They're tough cases to make because the First Amendment is so pervasive. But
so from that, she heard the court saying that you're probably going to win. that you have a good case, that you're likely to prevail, that you have a plausible cause of action. And the court isn't saying that. The court is saying if you think that your rights were violated, you could try to seek redress by filing a civil action for these other things. The court was not opining at all in there on her ability to actually win, to actually prevail, to recover. And that got my old it activated the almonds, as it were. And so the next thought I had was, well, Kate seemed to think that the judge in the temporary restraining order hearing also said that, there's this carve out, right, for the kids. So if she was wrong about what the second judge said, maybe she was wrong about what the first judge says. Well, as it happens, we have the audio from the second court hearing. And from the first court hearing. And let's see if we could find it. All right. All right, so we need to share this tab instead. And we're going to start here.
Okay, so I've added on section 7, I made the stay away from the high school 7A, and I've made 7B to state the following. Online posts about plaintiff's sexual history are prohibited by box 1. Okay, so I think that makes it very clear to the defendant that that is out of bounds. Right? And I think the case law is pretty clear that type of commentary about a 16-year-old girl, a prohibition of that type of commentary does not infringe upon the defendant's First Amendment rights.
So a prohibition on that type of commentary, after a judge has had an opportunity to review it, the judge can, presumably, if this judge is correct, make an order saying that you can't talk about this underage girl's sexual history. That is different than saying that the First Amendment allows a broader harassment, a broader definition of harassment than what the statute sets out. Because you have to remember that the statute is the issue. It's not with the First Amendment, it's the statute. She needs to get her harassment prevention order under, I'm going to say it's Massachusetts. Hold on a second. I can never spell Massachusetts right. It's like 258E. Look at that. Would you look at that? Oh, share this tab instead. All right. So harassment has to meet this definition. It has to be 3 or more acts of willful and malicious conduct. So number 1, it has to be 3 or more acts. Number 2, it has to be willful and malicious conduct. Number 3, it has to be aimed at a specific person. And the willful and malicious has to be done with the intent to cause fear, intimidation, abuse, or damage to property, and that does, in fact, cause fear, intimidation, abuse, or damage to property. Or using force, threat, or duress to cause them to involuntarily engage in sexual acts. So there's no carve out in the statute for redefining harassment to be something different if it's directed at a 16-year-old as opposed to an adult. Again, the judge was not saying that there's like some extra protection for a 16-year-old. The judge was saying that he can restrict, after the hearing, he can restrict Aiden's right to talk about certain aspects of her life, because there are some things that it's called invasion of privacy, where there are things that are private. You could sue someone over it. The First Amendment has exceptions carved out. And so can the judge make an order preventing a person from talking about these things? Yes. And you know that because the judge can do the same thing under, or you could sue for it under a false light cause of action, or a invasion of privacy, cause of action. So, and then so that, that got me thinking more. Now she was saying that, the basis of her allegations were fine, and that's how she got the temporary restraining order. So, but she thought she was saying that it was because of this exception for 16-year-olds. Well, as I've just gone through, there is no special exception for 16-year-olds. There's no additional layer in the statute, the 258E statute. There's no additional carve out for harassment in there. So what did she allege? Let's look at what she alleged. The defendant, she says, has been embroiled in an online feud with plaintiff's mother for approximately 3 years. Irrelevant. This is Chille language. Plaintiff's mother previously obtained a 258E against defendant in February of 2020. Well, that got the almonds activated again. Did Kate get a 258E against Turtle Boy in 2020? And that also makes me think, like, why? What did she get it over? Did she get it over hurty words on the internet, just like Chille? Is our queen of the First Amendment? Is she really the queen of the First Amendment? Because apparently, according to her, this is the second restraining order that she's gone after Aiden for. The first one was apparently in 2020. A pattern of going after restraining orders. Did she get her 258E restraining order in 2020? Or, like Chille, does she have a record of 0-2? Defendant has repeatedly and maliciously spread false rumors about plaintiff and her family. Again, just like Chille, making allegations about things done to other people. This is not about things done to other people. This affidavit should contain allegations of what the defendant did to the plaintiff. What the defendant did to the plaintiff. If you think I'm being mean or I'm targeting Kate unfairly, go back and watch my videos where I go over any of Chille's complaints. And I always say this is irrelevant. It doesn't matter what the defendant has done to other people. What matters is what the defendant did to the plaintiff. So he repeatedly and maliciously spread false rumors about plaintiff and her family, including one, that plaintiff was sexually abused by her younger brother when she was 6 and he was 3 years old. 2, that plaintiff is a prostitute. 3, that plaintiff is sexually and physically abused by her mother. So I'm sure that with these 300 pages of documents, that she brought documents to show all of these things. Or did she? Defendant has repeated these claims numerous times publicly and loudly and has identified plaintiff as Teresa Kelly, Kate's daughter. Defendant has repeated these claims numerous times publicly and loudly and has identified plaintiffs as Teresa Kelly, and Kate's daughter. Doesn't that sound like something that Chille would write? Publicly and loudly. What element does that go to? We'll go back to this tab. What element does this go to? Publicly and loudly. Where is that in the harassment statute? Pro tip, it's not there. My boy got my back. This has caused plaintiff extreme emotional and psychological distress, social anxiety, feelings of being disgusting, worthless, and suicidal. Chille could have written that. Chille could have written that. It has to, according to the statute, it has to, in fact, cause fear, intimidation, abuse, or damage to property. Excuse me, sir, I'm recording. This has caused plaintiff, did that. This has continued from the time plaintiff was 13 years old to 16 years old. Well, things like this, I see this often in requests for California civil harassment prevention orders or domestic violence prevention orders. I've seen that. And one of the questions that always comes up is like, why did you allow the abuse to go on for that long? Why are you reporting it now? Plaintiff contacted defendant on or about March 16th. Plaintiff contacted defendant. Plaintiff contacted defendant on or about March 16th, 2023 to request the posting stop regarding her and her siblings. Defendant responded by telling her that her mother does not love her and intensified his posting. Which element does that go to? Telling someone that their mother doesn't love them, is that harassment? Probably not. When plaintiff, quote, blocked, end quote, defendant on Facebook, defendant began instead, hold on a second, did I not share this tab instead? Directing posts to her on YouTube and Twitter and addressing her on YouTube videos, including playing a clip joking about her younger brother putting a thumb in her ass. Oh, so it was a joke. So now we're going to go after people who are making jokes instead of willful and malicious conduct committed with the intent to cause fear, intimidation, abuse, or damage to property. No, we're just gonna slip joke in there. Intended to cause jokes. Is that what we're doing, Kate? Defendant has previously posted photos of plaintiff's, quote, cleavage area and thighs. Which begs the question, how did Aiden get these photos? She never met, according to the audio from court, Kate's daughter never met Turtle Boy. So how did Turtle Boy get these photos? That should activate your almonds. How did Turtle Boy get these? Was plaintiff posting them? Was plaintiff posting them? If plaintiff posted them, then how can it all of a sudden be damaging if, I mean, this is the kind of argument, this is back to the argument that Chille makes. Chille posts something, somebody else reposts it, and Chille says, that's defamatory. You need to take that down. Defendant has posted confidential DCF documents involving plaintiff's past domestic violence exposure and trauma. People wonder, how do you know that the DCF documents were actually the real DCF documents? There's your sign. They're real. The DCF documents are real. And yeah, I mean, okay. I'm not entirely sure that any of this is harassment yet, but here we go. Defendant sent an unknown party to plaintiff's home on 3/18/2023, later posting photos and addressing plaintiff's mother saying, Kate, we are outside your house. So defendant posted those photos, or did the unknown party post the photos? Did Turtle Boy say, Kate, we are outside your house? And how is sending stuff to Kate harassment of Kate's daughter? Wouldn't Kate have to share the stuff with her daughter for her daughter to be harassed by it if they're being sent to Kate? Things that make me wonder. I just wonder why this the actual HPO was rejected. Did I enlarge it? I did not mean to enlarge it. Defendant is a 40-year-old man. Plaintiff is a 16-year-old girl. That's not in the statute at all. The plaintiff made clear that defendant's conduct is extremely disgusting or extremely distressing to her, and the defendant persisted knowing the trauma and damage he is causing a child. As a result, defendant is distraught, afraid of who is watching the house, and afraid to go to school as the vile rumors spread online have reached her classmates. This Chille could have written this. And I want to be very clear that I have received copies of some of the things that Kate's daughter has said online, and I'm not going to post them. I'm not going to share them because they're not relevant to this. This is, we're dealing with Kate's daughter tangentially because we're dealing with Kate, and my purpose, you know, to let the cat out of the bag, my purpose is to show you that everything that you all Kate sympathizers were laughing at Chille for, Kate has herself done. Literally everything. Literally everything. Kate just had the good fortune of being on the other side of the coin this time with Chille. So that makes me wonder, like, how did she get all this stuff? Like, how is she going to prove it? You know how Chille likes to send stuff to, or pretend that everybody, like, what's that one guy, Dan Clemente? Oh, he's Dan Clemente is a agent for Kate. Well, Kate's essentially making the same argument that some unknown party is an agent for Turtle Boy, acting at Turtle Boy's instruction. But it gets even better because we haven't gone through this one clearly yet. Actually, hold on. We're going to do this one. We're going to do this one. You know what? I hope Turtle Boy forgives me. We're just going to play it, and I'll stop it every once in a while to.
Aiden Kearney versus Catherine Peter.
No, I'll just ask.
If you have a problem with that, Turtle Boy, why don't you tell me something in the comment section?
And good afternoon again, folks. For the record, we had started a proceeding without any testimony earlier, maybe an hour or so ago. And I'm hopeful that you each have had a chance to look at your cross affidavits.
Yes, sir.
Right. So Attorney Maloney, are you representing Mr. Kearney in both his case against Ms. Peter as well as her case against him?
All matters, sir.
All right, fine. And you've seen the affidavit and the allegation made against him. All right.
Well, he just said I could play it all.
At this time, ma'am, I would ask
Thank
you
you, Turtle Boy.
to testify why it is that you think this order should be issued on your behalf.
Yes, sir. So what I would offer to the court, because I don't want to presume either the court's cyber literacy or lack thereof, is the U.S. DOJ Cyber Misbehavior Attorney's Bulletin from May 2016, volume 64.
She doesn't want to presume the court's cyber literacy. Who would roll into a courtroom? I mean, everybody put on your thinking caps. Put on your thinking caps. Who would roll into a courtroom and start trying to educate the judge on the law? Who would do that? Besides Chille, who would do that? Who would walk in there and say, you know what, Your Honor, I don't want to presume your knowledge of the fucking law, but how about I'm going to educate you on it? Well, let's see how she does. Let's see how well she educates the judge.
It outlines some cyber stalking and cyber harassment behaviors. This is what this case centers around. They include repeated, unwanted, intrusive, and frightening communications from the perpetrator.
So Kate rolls into state court on a state cause of action, and she's talking about DOJ, which is, of course, federal, and DOJ interpretations of federal statutes and things like that, talking about cyber stalking. But Kate always wins. And remember, my fine feathered friends, remember that plaintiff's mother previously obtained a 258E against defendant in February 2020. 258E is the harassment prevention order. So not only was it irrelevant, but she actually doesn't get it. You know, not to let the cat out of the bag too far, but she actually doesn't get it.
by phone, mail, and or email, making direct or indirect threats to harm the victim's children, relatives, friends, or
I need to
pets.
stop you there. What is it you're reading from again, just so I understand?
The Department of Justice Cyber Misbehavior Attorneys Bulletin from May of 2016.
Counsel, have you seen this document? No, sir. All right, and this is,
The judge is like, have you seen this document? Is this evidence, or are you literally trying to use some sort of a DOJ memorandum of opinion as to justify the cyber, or to justify harassment? Is that really where we're going?
is some sort of a regulation, or is it a
It
regulation?
goes after some of the federal laws, understanding as far as cyber harassment and cyber stalking.
All right, but what I need you to focus on are the allegations in this case, not so much the body of regulations that might be from the U.S. Federal authorities. The question here in Massachusetts is whether or not the person who's asking for the relief, that's you in this case, and it's Mr. Kearney in his case, whether that person is has been subject to harassment as the term is defined under our law.
Sure.
So it's not
Under our law, harassment as it's defined under our law. This is the definition of harassment. This is the only thing that she should have worried about, and she didn't worry about it. You cannot make this stuff up.
not so much what the Attorney General may have done in the U.S. system. It's what the statute controls here in Massachusetts that governs what I have to decide.
Sure. So on February 16th, 2020, Mr. Kearney did acknowledge that his actions would cause me fear. He stated, now for the first time, she's referring to me.
Are you referring to something in your affidavit, or is this something else?
This is something else.
Okay.
This is the pattern of behavior has been ongoing since the issuance of the order.
Pattern of behavior. This, instead of arguing specifics like she's supposed to, she's gonna go to the broad, just like Chille. I shit on Chille for doing this. I'm gonna shit on Kate for doing it.
Okay.
It has become so egregious and bothersome that the local police have actually, and I do have the police report, declined to take any more of his phone calls.
Again, what does that have to do with the price of rice in China? What does it have to do? Nothing. Oh my God, this totally irrelevant thing. The police won't take his calls anymore. First of all, really? And second of all, irrelevant.
So he actually sent out a cyber mob after the North Attleboro police. I do have documentation of that as well. The police stated
He sent out a mob. You know, Chille likes to accuse Kate of sending out harassment mobs. You know, troll mafia official is a what do you call it? A criminal organization, and they're all acting at Kate's request. Kate sends them out. Now, isn't it weird how when Kate does it, everybody's cool and kosher with it, but when someone does it to Kate, everybody can see that all of a sudden that it's stupid. And why would anybody do that? Of course, Kate isn't organizing mobs to go after Chille. But of course, Turtle Boy is organizing mobs to go after Kate. Can she prove it? No, she can't. Is Chille going to be able to prove it? No, he can't. They're just going to make allegations endlessly.
when they summarized the report, and I'm going to quote from this.
They summarize the report, and she's going to quote from a police report. Hearsay?
Contrary to Kearney's assertions, there is insufficient evidence of wrongdoing on the part of Peter to bring any charges. Furthermore, this department will not be compelled
To bring any charges. Now, there is a world of difference between charges for anything and the level required to get a harassment prevention order. One, there has to be at least probable cause before the DA brings it, but the DA, generally speaking, is under a duty to believe that they can prove it beyond a reasonable doubt by the end of it. So typically, I mean, if the system is operating as it should, obviously it doesn't always, but the DA is supposed to believe that the DA will be able to prove beyond a reasonable doubt before he brings charges, or else he's just wasting his time, the defendant's time, the court's time. He's wasting everybody's time. Completely different standard of evidence for a harassment prevention order. So it's because the police found insufficient grounds for charges doesn't mean that the harassment prevention order doesn't lie.
held into misguided action by attorneys antagonistic.
And you could probably draw some sort of a analogy between that kind of stuff and, Chille saying that, well, technically I wasn't, arrested or technically I wasn't convicted, even though, yes, he did have to plead guilty in order to get deferment, pretrial deferment.
Online posts. Should Kearney report anything additional, he will be referred to the Holden, Massachusetts Police for further investigation.
All right, so let me make sure I understand what you're referring to. Something that occurred in North Attleboro that you're saying Mr. Kearney prosecute or attempted to prosecute cases with the North Attleboro Police that
Correct.
involved you as a defendant?
Correct.
Okay, tell me about that.
He is asserting that and this is in his affidavit as well, it is patently untrue, that I hacked into his Facebook account to write myself
People have put up a clip. Someone put up a clip. What was that? Road Pirate Films put up a clip of me saying clearly. Some of those were legit, where I was actually saying it. There is a difference between saying clearly, patently, or obviously in day-to-day conversation and saying clearly, patently, or obviously when you are trying to prove something to a court, i.e. in a pleading or in a court. There is a difference, and that is there's a real difference. There's a clear difference between what you would do in a courtroom and what you would do outside of a courtroom in an informal setting. Obviously, everything I'm showing you here hasn't been authenticated. I would have to authenticate everything in a courtroom, but I'm not in a courtroom. I wouldn't be sitting here with a hat on my head if I was in a courtroom, or a t-shirt outside with chickens going off or roosters going off. There is a substantive difference between what you do in court and what you do out of court. And saying patently or patently, I don't know which way she said it, it doesn't help her, because again, she has to prove it, not just say that it's clear.
A threatening message. That did not happen. I provided the North Attleboro Police with a copy of my IP addresses, all my logins, and my location history to demonstrate that I had no access to his account at the time. They took some witness testimony about an individual who had removed his Facebook accounts from admin privileges on Mr. Kearney's page.
Just so everybody's aware too, I showed the police all of my devices or whatever. First of all, did you really? Like, you could go to a library and do stuff on one of the library computers. You could get a burner phone from Walmart and use it. There's trying to prove that you didn't do something is next to impossible. It's really next to impossible. The police have the burden of proving that she did it. So I don't know what she's going on about there.
Within a 3-minute period, he did explain it.
We're going to get to more Chille stuff. I'm just letting the whole thing play out so people don't accuse me of taking things out of context.
Because he did not want to be involved in this situation. Mr. Kearney continued to harass and hassle the police, insisting that I be charged, arrested, and prosecuted.
Harass and hassle the police? Is that are they plaintiffs here in this HPO proceeding?
And when that didn't go his way, he went ahead and he made incendiary posts in both the blog and online, encouraging people to call the North Attleboro.
Well, if she says they're incendiary, and he encouraged them to call the police department, oh my, that's harassing Kate, right? Again, you're like, oh, well, it's terrible stuff. Sure, but is it harassment? Does any of it go towards the definition of harassment? No, it doesn't. No, it does not.
Or police station to have me arrested. So the result of that in the end was that the North Attleboro Police are now declining to take any more of his phone calls. And they did obviously feel that his posts were antagonistic, harassing, and were done with the intent to compel him to do something that they would not otherwise.
That is all hearsay. And prove it. Prove that that's the conclusion that they came to. Oh, wait. She couldn't.
Okay.
As far as the intent of his actions, he has stated on 2 different occasions and said that he acknowledges that his actions would cause me fear. He said, now for the first time, she's referring to me, and there is a tag on Twitter to this. On the other side of that, and that has to be scary. He had also sent me a text message the day that I petitioned the court for the order that included the line, I really don't fear dragging this out, but I know that you do.
I really don't fear dragging this out, but I know you do. So one thing that always gets my little antenna up is when people give half quotes. What was he responding to? What is this that he's referring to? These are the things people. This is something that Chille does. Chille will take an out of context statement, like the hunting great white or whatever, and he'll stick it in there and he'll just repeat it ad nauseum, like he's going to convince the court that something terrible has happened because of this one out of context quote. And it doesn't work that way. And it doesn't work that way for Kate either.
Mr. Carney has.
When you say dragging this out, what do you believe that he's referring to?
He is referring to February 12th of this year when I asked to part ways from his blog. I was writing under his blog. I asked that I no longer be involved in that. He took this as some sort of feud. There were some words exchanged in the beginning that were unpleasant. Yeah, and at some point I just asked that I be left alone. Please don't speak to me. Don't post about me online. Just please leave me alone. He has failed to do so.
When you say there were words that were unpleasant, what are you referring to?
I called him a scam artist. I said that, if he's not able to support himself with his blog and he needs to solicit donations, that he should get a job. They weren't nice things.
So, so just like Chille, it doesn't, like what she says, what everybody's responding to is immaterial. The only thing that matters is their response. So she shits all over Aiden, and then Aiden responds, and now she's going to use that against him in court.
They were rather pointed. I don't consider them abusive or threatening or anything like that.
And this is from 2020, 3 years ago. So, I mean, and Kate doesn't consider them abusive or threatening. Well, if Kate doesn't consider them abusive or threatening, then obviously the court shouldn't either.
But they certainly were not, I wouldn't speak to my mother like that. But he then just started threatening me. He said, I asked him 3 separate occasions, and I do have the text of that, to please stop contacting me. He said things like, I'll leave you alone, tune in tonight, I guess, you could apologize, and call me and apologize, and we can do this the Turtle Boy way. He is referring to his online blog, because he does engage in the active cyber mob.
Call me and apologize. Boy, howdy. That is the most harassing thing I have ever heard anybody say. Call me and apologize. Call him and apologize for what? What'd you do? Did you take money from him, Kate? You wouldn't have taken money from him, Kate, now would you?
Which is actually.
But if you did, I'm sure that you would have an excuse for it.
To his online blog, because he does engage in the active cyber mobbing, which is actually.
He engages in the act of cyber mobbing, which she's then going to define for the judge. We've already determined that it's not any of the elements of the harassment statute that she's trying to get a restraining order under. And doesn't it sound a lot like Turtle Boy calling the masshole troll mafia? It's a troll farm. They send out troll. She sends her trolls out to victimize me and my friends. Rawr. Just like Chille.
Deep over into almost every single facet of my everyday life. He sent me another text saying, let me know.
So by that, you're saying cyber mobbing. So you're saying what he's doing is using his online presence and platform
to direct harassment my way. So he's painting me in an extremely negative light. He's making ominous, threatening statements publicly.
What do you mean by ominous, threatening statements?
Things like, this isn't over.
Again, she says the legal conclusion. Ominous statements. Well, what specifically did he say? And then you get to hear all the out of context quotes.
Hold on, I can actually pull it up. I mean, the volume alone in which he's posted about me, even with the order in place.
The volume alone. 300 documents into court. Remember Chille? Oh, look at all these videos that she's made about me. I mean, volume alone, same argument.
I find extremely concerning. These are all posts that he's made. I mean,
she finds it extremely concerning.
Talking pages in the 200s here. He doesn't.
The gist of it is what? So I need to understand what it is that you're alleging is the act of harassment.
So this is a comment that he made.
I need you to understand that you're trying to prove harassment. So you need to actually, allege specific acts that meet the definition of harassment is really what you need to do.
Reference to me. I got plenty more where that came from. I'm done playing nice. If this bitch wants to play with fire, we can burn everything. She's fighting out of it.
So a statement that he made to someone else, apparently. Interesting. That's harassment to Kate.
Her weight class. On another instance,
Just like comments made between people in Kate's Discord server are harassing to Chille. Weird how that works, isn't it?
he accused me of maliciously shutting down his online store, which upset people. It's come to my attention that a former blogger, who shall not be named, has maliciously shut down our online Printful account, which contains most of our items in our online store. Some of these items I have, but essentially, you know, again, painting me as some sort of psychotic, bitter ex-employee. That was not the case. I provided evidence to the police. They did document that. I did have an account with his.
She doesn't prove, you can't prove your innocence. You can only prove that you're not guilty. Or no, you can't prove your innocence. They have to prove that you're guilty.
And this is on a blog page with 20,000 people. My affidavit for the harassment order he posted online while the order was in effect. There's much more. He makes disparaging comments about my children, my husband. It gets much, much crazier. Like, it's very hard.
Your husband? Is that Andrew Johnson? Is that Andrew Johnson? Is that your husband, Kate? And what kind of disparaging comments? You can actually like show what he said?
Hard to hold in, but I will until March 10th, which indicates that this is his version of actually adhering to the court order, and I take that as it's going to get worse for me.
Going to get worse than what? So you've shown that he's actually attempting to comply with the court's order, and boy howdy, judges just get real upset when people make every attempt to comply with a court order.
Here's another one where he says it's far from over with her. Here's another one where it includes the line, when I say you'll see, that means trust me, you'll see.
Out of context quotes, just like Chille.
This is another one in reference to me. There's a psychopath hacking into our accounts, writing threats to herself, burning trucks, and trying to send me to jail. I'm sorry that you find this boring. Maybe I should milk cows again.
I'm sorry, so what are you saying? He's alleging that you're hacking into his account?
Yeah.
And posting that?
He tried to get me prosecuted for it, and the police thoroughly investigated it. I did not do that. The post in question, as the police noted as well, he claims was posted within a minute. It was deleted. They found evidence that it was up for 3 hours. It was an extremely pointed and threatening post. I understand that he contends that, but again, there is absolutely no evidence that I did that. I would not do that.
Absolutely no evidence. I'm not saying that she did it or she didn't do it, but again, she's saying that they can't prove it. Okay. I mean, does that mean you didn't do it?
That I want no contact with this man. I just want him to leave me alone. That's all I want.
And, you know, this was 3 years ago. She's saying that she wants no contact with this man. She just wants him to leave her alone, but has her track record since then borne that out? And doesn't Chille always say that he doesn't, you know, he just wants you to leave him alone, give him his settlement. He just wants to be left alone. I think he does.
Right. Attorney Maloney, do you wish to inquire?
Yes, sir. Ms. Peter, good morning.
Right.
For clarity, you previously worked for Mr. Kearney, correct?
Correct.
And that was under the corporation Turtle Boy Sports Forever, LLC?
I believe it's Turtle Boy Sports.
Turtle Boy Sports,
Yep.
LLC? And that's a publicist organization that he has, correct?
I'm not sure what the actual incorporation is, no, but essentially it's an online blog.
It's an online platform? Okay. And now you yourself participated in that online platform, is that accurate?
For about a year, yes, sir.
Excuse me?
For about a year, yes, sir.
Okay. And now to this day, you continue to operate in that sphere. Is that a fair statement?
That would be an unfair statement as of right now. A lot of this harassment borders on what I would consider blackmail, as he has made demands that I not operate in that sphere. So for the time.
It's not operating that sphere.
No, I do not.
Respectfully, so are you or are you not currently engaging in an online platform for?
Currently, no.
No. Do you own the handle Masshole Report?
I do not.
You do not own that
No.
report?
No.
Are you familiar with that handle?
I am familiar with it. I'm associated with it. We do YouTube, but I'm actually not the owner of that handle. No.
Who is the owner of that?
I'm not the owner of the handle.
that handle?
Do I really have to say that in open court?
The question is it you?
It's first
Is it
name is
Maddox?
Mitch. I don't feel.
Do you have access to that handle?
I do.
Okay. And so you don't own that handle, but you have access to
I
that
do.
handle. And what that means is you're able to post using the handle Masshole Report. Is
I
that
am,
correct?
yes.
With the court's permission, I'd like to hand a document to Ms. Peter.
Sure. Chief, we're welcome to that.
Ms. Peter, can you have a look at the yellow italicized and let me know when you have a moment to read that, please?
Yes, I've read that. That is per his affidavit.
That was what I just.
I'm sorry. This online post per his affidavit was 2/12. That was before the issuance of the order. That was about 10 days before I felt it necessary to petition the court.
Okay, so for clarity, this was drafted just a few days before the order seeking the harassment prevention order, correct?
No, that was drafted over 10 days. So
And it,
Oh, it was over 10 days. So I made a shitty comment about Aiden, but it was 10 days before I saw a harassment prevention order. So, I mean, obviously that doesn't count because it was 10 days.
before.
over 10 days.
And can you read the highlighted part, please?
I said, I'm certainly not afraid of Aiden Kearney. Splitting amicably would have been my preference, but there's a reason all of his bloggers left. Self-show Turtle has agreed to explain why she left too. Quit the lying. Some of us are still invested in the truth. Be well, Aiden.
Thank you.
Not scared.
So prior to your seeking the harassment prevention order against Mr. Kearney, you drafted a memo online published that said, I'm not afraid of Aiden Kearney, correct?
Circumstances changed, correct.
And the
I didn't hear what
circumstances,
you just said.
I said the circumstances changed, but correct.
and the circumstances changed when,
He began sending me an inundation of threatening texts where he not only referenced my
An inundation of threatening texts.
began sending me an inundation of threatening texts where he not only referenced myself, but
Are you done, bro? Are you done? You just fucking with me now, aren't you? Jesus.
me an inundation of threatening texts where he not only referenced myself, but anyone that I quote, love and care about.
and what other handles do you
So where are these threatening texts? Why didn't she bring them to court? Why didn't she? Excuse me, Fabio. Excuse me, sir. Sir, we're trying to have a show here, sir. Thank you. Oh, not you, Inigo. You shut up too. Why didn't she bring any of these threatening texts?
currently own, Ms. Peter?
That's it.
Do you have any other sort of online posting or blogging?
I deactivated my Facebook. I
What did you do?
deactivated my Twitter.
Prior to deactivating them, had you posted any?
I would have objected non-responsive to that. He asked if she had any others, and she just said the two that she deactivated.
I
What did you do?
deactivated my Twitter.
Prior to deactivating them, had you posted any information about Mr. Kearney?
Publicly?
Yes.
No.
You didn't publish anything about him or his family?
Public? No.
Privately?
Privately, yes.
Privately? Oh my.
I think your client is.
Give me one second.
Your attention.
At any point, did you post pictures of Mr. Kearney's children?
Of his
Privately
children.
or publicly?
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't, you say privately, what? I just didn't-
Privately or publicly. So there's going to be a distinction here. There's going to be a distinction of where she's posting pictures of his kids. For every single one of you who got upset over Aiden doing anything, posting pictures of Kate's child, remember, the Kate's child is 16. Aiden's are much younger. And to the best of my knowledge, Aiden's kids haven't said anything on social media, period, about anybody. So keep that in mind.
Privately or publicly, the reason you're asked, Your Honor, is because Mr. Kearney has also been accessing a private Discord server that I have. I do have some information about Discord. It is a private platform. He has no business on this.
It's a private platform. It's a private platform. Well, YouTube is a private platform. Facebook is a private platform. Twitter is a private platform. What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that? So how many thousands of people are in your Discord and have been able to see these pictures in your Discord? I mean, if your level of it's private, but Aiden's been accessing it, then that means anybody could access it, right? Because you didn't just say, hey, Aiden, come on in, check out Discord. So if he got in there, that means anybody can get in there, which means it's not private. It's not like a DM is private. If I send you a DM or you send me a DM, that's private. No one else can see it. But you're posting something publicly. I mean, it might be a private company, but it's a public post. Anybody who is in that Discord server can see it.
Platform, but he continues to
Well,
access it.
council's entitled to ask the question, but just so that I understand, I would ask that you couch it in terms of whether this is intended to be a private or a public platform. The difference may be important for this operation, but it may not be for this case. I have no idea what lies ahead, but
Understood,
if you
sir.
would, just so that I understand whether she's responding to your question about a platform that's publicly viewable versus only privately viewable, at least let me know.
Understood, sir. Ms. Peter, I'm going to pass the picture to the court officer. Could you please identify the picture and please specify where you posted that picture?
Yep, so this is a picture of Eden Carney, his son, with a Disney character during his Disney vacation that he posted to his Facebook account. It was posted privately to a private Discord server. And to elaborate on that, what that was to retort a claim that he had made publicly about me that.
So it's excuses. It's excuses. Instantly, we're going to get into excuses. Oh, well, I had a reason. I have an excuse for doing it. Aiden doesn't have an excuse for talking to my daughter. Aiden doesn't have an excuse for talking to anybody. I have an excuse for this. It's different when I do it. Chille does the same thing. Look it up.
Nobody knew that he had gone to Disney. This was to prove that he did actually post pictures of his Disney trip on his Facebook.
She had to post these pictures of Aiden and his kid because Aiden had the audacity to post them on his Facebook. That makes sense to anybody? To anybody?
Ms. Kearney, without belaboring the issue, so is it fair to say that you published some photos of Mr. Kearney and his family when you were disgruntled or concerned with the way that you were being treated online?
Disgruntled, no. To refute a claim, yes.
Do you own the handle? I'm going to.
And remember when he was asking her if she had any other social media, and she's like, I deleted Twitter and I deleted Facebook. Would Discord be social media? That's why I don't. The lawyer dropped the ball. He let her answer the question that she wished she was asked, and not answer the question that was actually asked. Lawyer dropped the ball there. It happens. Heat of the moment. What are you going to do?
Aitch Paul, AITCH Paul.
I do not.
Did you own the handle?
I did not.
Did you ever have access to the handle?
I had access to it in August of 2019.
Isn't it weird? Isn't it weird how she never owns any of these handles that she's posting on? That's weird, isn't it?
I was under Facebook suspension.
And you had access to it when?
August of 2019.
That was the last time you had access to it?
That was the last time I had access to it.
Ms. Peter, you previously worked for Mr. Kearney, correct?
I answered that, yes.
And that relationship has since terminated.
Correct.
And that, after the termination, that is when you filed a harassment prevention order against him and he filed one against you.
No, I mean, after that event, yes, directly after, no. I filed one after I received a barrage of threatening texts, and there were a barrage of threatening.
Which she didn't produce in court.
Facebook posting about me, yeah.
What was the reason for your termination?
Termination. I left because I was uncomfortable with some of the ways that he operated. It was a personal decision that I made.
And just give me 1 second here.
That's kind of weird. She left because she was disgruntled. I wonder if it has anything to do with the theft of monies.
At any point, did you receive, I I don't want to go too far off the rabbit hole, but just give the court a little bit more context here.
Well, if you're done questioning this witness, that's fine. If you want to make an argument, you can. But if you have any further questions, you can ask.
I'll keep it very brief. At some point prior to your severing term employment with Turtle Boy, did you receive compensation via Venmo for clientele that was intended to be directed towards Mr. Kearney?
That was intended to, no.
That was intended to? No.
Did you receive compensation via Venmo that was intended to go to the Turtle Boy Sports Corporation?
No, I did not.
I'm going to show the court officer one more picture. Could you please take a look at the highlighted yellow? Let me know when you do.
Whoops.
Yeah, I said just in general, I absolutely should have consulted you about Chris. But
And the excuses come. And the excuses come. I know, that was my point too, bro.
it was fucking careless, not malicious. That was
It was careless, not malicious. It's careless, not malicious. I did it, but it was careless, not malicious. You can't make this shit up.
that Venmo that I received per the business owner and myself was not intended to go directly through Mr. Carney. If you're referencing that, Mr. Carney and I had an agreement that I would collect payment for my work and then we would settle up at the end of every month. I absolutely, as a human being and somebody who I consider to have a working relationship.
I wonder if she has like a contract or something where Aiden agreed to that particular payment scheme where all the money for Aiden's business that she generates goes to her, and then at the end of the month they settle up. That would be like, you know what? I'm a salesman, and I'm gonna sell cars, but I'm gonna put the money in my pocket for every car sale, and then at the end of the month, I'm gonna settle up with the dealership. And you know, it was careless, not malicious, that that I didn't settle up. You know, it's careless. It's careless. And I'd sold all these cars and I put the money in my pocket. But trust me, me and the dealership, we had this agreement where I would settle up with them at the end of every month, because that's how businesses function, don't you know?
With Mr. Carney, express my regret that I did not better communicate that with him, but to frame it as some sort of theft is ludicrous. And the business owner has refuted that publicly many times as well.
Ludicrous. And the business owner has refuted that. Oh, wasn't the business owner Aiden? It doesn't sound like he's refuting it. It sounds like she pocketed money that was Aiden's, and she got caught. That was what it sounds like. I mean, I'm not judging anybody over here, but that's what it sounds like. I mean,
Ms. Peters, is it fair to say that all the communication between the two of you since you are no longer working with Turtle Boy has been electronic?
I mean, yeah, we have.
So if it's all been electronic, then she should be able to produce copies of all these threats and things like that, shouldn't she?
Had much communication other than what he's tried to send my way.
No further questions. Thank you.
Okay. Do you wish your client to testify?
No, sir, I do not.
All right. So if you have anything in response you'd like to say, you have an opportunity.
This is the part that just that it just reminded me so much of Chille.
I do actually, so I haven't even as a result of these ongoing.
I haven't even like she's like, I rested my case before I even got all of my evidence out. I need to present more evidence. You've just shit all over my case, and so now I need to like shit out all new evidence. Now that you've rested, I need to shit out all new evidence to make my case.
On posts, and again, the volume alone I find to be extremely concerning, particularly where there was a court order in place.
Again, the volume.
I have had my job threatened by individuals.
What does that mean? My job threatened. What does that mean? I've had my job threatened. What does that mean? I don't like, you know what? I'm going to stab your job in the back. I'm going to shoot your job. I'm going to kidnap your job. Like what do you, how do you threaten someone's job? Is she threatening, like, are they threatening to get her fired? And who's doing it? Individuals.
individuals that are associated with Mr. Carney.
Individuals who are associated with Mr. Carney did this. Just like individuals who are associated with Kate are harassing Chille, and therefore Kate's responsible, right? Right? That's the way it works, right? Right? These people are fans of Turtle Boy, and so what they do is directly ascribe to Turtle Boy, and so people who are fans of Kate, anything that they do is automatically Kate's responsibility, right? That's the way it works, right?
Well, wait a minute. So I have to understand something. There's one plaintiff in front of me and one defendant. There are two cases. It just complicates it, but there's only one plaintiff, one defendant. So when you're alleging that there are other people who are allegedly committing some sort of acts, that's not germane to the question here, unless you're saying that there's some sort of, that the pattern of harassment is through him.
As I would say, so right here, I do have some comments from an individual. He clearly cites the reason is the only cause I see here is fighting for Turtle Boy. That's Mr. Carney's blog.
What the only cause I see here is fighting for Turtle Boy. Again, another out of context quote. What does it mean? Why don't you show the judge that? Why? And even then, like, who is this random person? How can we authenticate this? How do we know? Since you have a pattern of using handles that aren't yours to post, how do we know it's not you posting it?
Not going to sit back and watch this drunk psycho even attempt to destroy something I enjoy.
But I don't know who that's from. So
this is an individual by the name of.
No, but it's not from Mr. Kearney. It's another individual that you're referring to this document?
Correct.
Has authored something referencing his intent?
Well, this particular individual has referenced my job over a dozen times. They're all contained.
Did you hear the judge is like, so are you saying that the individual, the unnamed, unknown, random, anonymous individual is talking about Turtle Boy's intent? And she just off on a different subject. Oh, he's done all this other stuff. But listen to the question that the judge asked. You know what? We're going to go back and listen to it again.
This particular individual has referenced
his intent that you're referring to this document?
Correct.
Has authored something referencing his intent?
Well, this particular individual has referenced my job over a dozen times.
So you're saying this anonymous individual authored something referencing Aiden's intent? Oh, he's referenced my job multiple times. What the fuck?
All contained within this Writers 2.0 group. It is a private group of Mr. Carney's related to his blog. He clearly.
I'm trying to get a sense of who the author of that is. Some other person.
Some other person, correct.
Right, so it's not germane to this hearing.
I've also received numerous.
So it's not germane to this hearing, i.e. it's irrelevant.
Anonymous emails and phone calls to my job demanding.
Anonymous emails and phone calls. Excuse me, if they're anonymous, then how do you know that they're Turtle Boy? If they're anonymous.
That I'd be fired. Several of them do reference Turtle Boy Sports or Aiden Carney by name.
Well, if they reference him, then clearly they must be from him. Clearly.
So are you suggesting that Mr. Kearney sent them?
I couldn't tell you who sent them. That's one of the big pitfalls of.
I couldn't tell you who sent them. Well, then they're again irrelevant.
The anonymity of the internet. However, I have never had these issues with my employment prior to this conduct, and he is referenced. We also had an incident where there was a truck fire intentionally lit on my property. Again, could I allege that Mr. Carney did this directly? No, but we have never.
Like this, there was a balloon with Kate Always Wins. There was Nutella. There was she showed up at the atrium of the or in the courtyard outside the apartment I was staying at. I mean, it's just Chille. This is just Chille part 2.0. Just Chille 2.0.
Never had these incidents prior to this conduct, and this fire was set within 4 days of receiving the order. He's written 5 separate blog posts since the order was issued that are incendiary.
But what do they say that violates the temporary HPO?
Very towards me. He accuses me of
They're incendiary towards me. What does that mean? What do they say, Chille? What do they say? What are the actual words in the blog that you're alleging violate the temporary order? They're incendiary. What the fuck does that mean?
committing crimes, interfering with his business. I've had no contact with this man. As a result of this, it does incite people to act. He's also involved with a page by the name of.
Anyway, so there you go. I think I've made my case that that she has been Chille for a while, and anyway, I guess we'll go through and do the standard humiliation bullshit. And we're just scrolling back up. If anybody has any comments, get them in quick, because a tri-tip is just about done. I could smell it on the smoker. And we're scrolling up. God, Jesus, Lord have mercy. There's a lot of comments. I don't know how far I'm going to get. I don't know how far I'm going to get. Scrolling, scrolling, scrolling. Keep them comments scrolling. Rawhide. Rawhide. Hit them up, move them out, move them out, hit them up, move them out. Rawhide. Free bonus tracks. Jeez Louise. You guys were very commentary today. Lots of talkies. All right. So we've got which is my favorite comment of the day. And hello to you too. We've got, yes, she was. Holy crap, I actually caught a live on time. You did. I hope I didn't disappoint. What up? Indeed, redacted. Are you wearing pants? Obviously, no. Happy Easter, digging the beard. Well, thank you. Drama time. I will say that yes, there is drama around it, surrounding this, but this is all legal stuff. All legal stuff. We went through a petition or a complaint, I think they call it. We've gone through 1, 2, 3 court live streams. We've looked over some statutes. So this is directly within my wheelhouse. Thank you very much. It's not drama for the sake of drama. This is educational. Happy Easter to you too. After all your interviews, they all describe each other. After all your interviews, they all describe each other. Okay. Watch out for that chicken behind you. Oh, I love all these chickens. They're great chickens. Smash the button. Hello. I'm playing with my Nutella Easter eggs right now. Well, that sounds fun. Careful, Merv. That chicken behind you might take your worm. It's a little too big for them. They choke on them. There is some weird-looking man standing behind you. Pretty cool. Hey, Merv, it's time to start using Just for Men beard dye. I don't care enough. Don't be ridiculous. Of course he isn't. It's his style. I hate to admit it, but Turtle Boy and Little Chalito has made Kate irrelevant. I still like Kate. I know she's not very happy with me, but I still like Kate. And, is what it is. Yo, great beard. Thank you. Hello, all. These Kate fanboys are going to lose their shit. Kate is probably. So the thing is, like, if you're going to criticize someone for X and not someone else for X, then that says more about you than it does about the person who did X or the person you criticize. You know what I mean? Like, reality exists. Reality exists. Hello. And I can't believe how many of your lives you guy waste on losers like Kate. How many hours of my life do I waste on losers like Kate? And why do you think Kate's a loser? And if you're in here white knighting for her, trying to say I should be doing something else, which this is an attempt to try to get me to not make videos about the things that I want to make videos about, well, you're wasting your time, Tim. And then, hello. why didn't it show? There we go. And then we've got Twister's Music. Turtle Boy and Little Chillito have totally shut down Troll Mafia. I'm not backing Little Chillito. Dude is a psychopath, but I have to admit they both shut her down. I don't know. I don't know. It's difficult when you like someone, but they act like an asshole. It's difficult. It's difficult when you find out that that both parties to a internet spat are doing exactly the same tactics legally, and you like one of them and you don't like the other. But to be fair, you got to make the video, man. Hello, freaks. Happy Easter, everyone. Happy Easter. Haha. Sup. Just looking. And hey, what's up? What's to like about her? What's to like about Kate? She's fun. She's fun. She's quick-witted. She is spontaneous. I don't know. I like her. Like I said, she wouldn't be boring to hang out with, and I'm allowed to like her, even if you don't. Pilot. It's 10 minutes. Okay. Confirmation bias is a hell of a drug. It sure is. Pilot. ICB. Nothing to like about any of them. Okay. Okay. The gang's all here. Yo, Jesus, everybody just saying hi to each other. Hi. Stay in your lane, woman. Sweet tea. Lol. And then hi. More highs. More respect. I'm betting Hemming is lurking. I saw him posting, so yeah, he was. Hello, everybody. Hey, everyone. Hey, Merb. Earl is prison. Text green game over. Aiden seems a bit happy to have won the right to harass a mother and a child. But that seems to be where you're wrong, Angel for Animals, because the court found that there was no harassment. So he seems to be happy that he didn't get a harassment prevention order against him that was unmerited. And I, too, would be happy to not get a harassment prevention order against me that was unmerited. There's a court actually ruled on it, Angel. I mean, I like you. You're a nice gal, but you're wrong. Greetings. Hello. Happy Easter, Teresa. Watching on 2X, catching up with you all. Probably a lot of folks lurking, GD. Stay in your lane. She's put him through hell. This is a well-deserved L. She'll be back slinging mad. She has put him meaning Aiden. The two of them, it takes two to tango, sir. It takes two to tango. Neither one of them are blameless in any of this. I assure you, it is mutual combat. Happy Easter. Smiley face. I'm sorry, the sun's starting to get to this. But what about the rest of it? Those sections are primarily on sexual assault and things like that. They don't apply, or I would have gone over them. I went over them in a previous video when I was going over the same thing for Chille, where I was showing how he did not plead any of the elements of harassment. So there. I would have never gotten my child involved. Yes, it is pretty shitty to get your children involved in internet disputes. I keep sliding down. All right. So you're going to have to see the microphone because normally I have it resting on my stomach, but I have to sit up. Lanes are all open to me. Okay. Hey there, Angels for Animals. I have a bulldozer. Okay. Those lanes are toll lanes. No fair. I want a bulldozer. My uneducated mind just bled out of my eyes. What does all that mean? It means that he found all the additional stuff that was inapplicable, so I didn't cover it. That is normally Lyncher's MO. He brings up all the extra things. He brings up all the exceptions to the rule to try to make a case that you didn't go into things deep enough or whatever. No match for my bulldozer. Wow, she got a TPO. She didn't get it extended. I know. It's like, she's like, I got one against him in 2020. But did ya? Yeah. This may be my first live on Burbeast. I usually catch vids. Well, welcome. The prospect that Kate dropped it was always laughable. Just because she wasn't directly commenting on Aiden doesn't mean she wasn't pulling all the puppet strings. Well, that is a very Chille-like argument, or a Kate-like argument, depending on what year you're looking at it in. If it was 2020, it's a Kate argument. If it's a 2022, it's a Chille argument. But I highly doubt that Kate wasn't actively involved, because apparently she. One has to wonder how her child got involved in it if Kate wasn't involved, or if Kate wasn't really talking about anybody. TPO, really? Yes. Pew pew, indeed. The unspoken truth. I like unspoken truths. Let's speak them. Kate, given her own history and those she has and continues to cover, would be from the same family. If Kate's name were redacted, her story would be treated the same as them. Yes, Kate's fans would instantly just shit all over anybody who was not Kate under the same set of facts that Kate has. But that's because most fans are tribal, and it doesn't do anybody any good. I have an F-16 with bombs. Good deal. She be lying again. Okay. And the fucking hilarious thing to me is people are like, oh, Aiden's a liar, Aiden's this, Aiden's that. If you haven't caught Aiden in a lie, then you just haven't looked far enough. Like, Kate admitted to lying in an interview. She didn't have to. I would have fucking nailed her though, but she didn't have to. But she admitted to it. Kate literally admitted to lying. But you're saying that Aiden's a liar. Like, none of this makes any fucking sense. I have a Moab. Was this case filed by Kate as guardian for her daughter? I listened to the court proceedings. Unclear. Did the daughter call him, or did he call her? The daughter called him. The daughter initiated it. Hey there, Tom Robertson. Pilot, don't make me get my F-35. It matters what he did. It matters what he did to his own children. And what did he do, Angel for Animals? Show me where DCF came and took his kids away. Show me police reports that illustrate what he's done to his kids. Show me family court records where he's lost the right to be around his kids. Oh, you don't have any things? You only have what you've been told. You only have what you've been told. But we know that Kate lost 2 of her kids. I know we try to church it up. We try to church it up with, out of the goodness of her heart, she gave them away. She had 2 choices. 1, give them away, or 2, lose them. She gave them, assuming arguendo, she gave them away. Her other option was to lose them. So no, it matters. If you're going to start throwing what people did to their kids, when are you going to call out Kate on it? When are you going to call out Kate on it? Kate is documented evidence of her neglecting her kids. Documented. And the DCF reports were real. Mine are just bunker busters. Love your headline. Make me want to click on it. Well, good. You can't believe anything. Some things you can believe. Haya, not me. I'm very disappointed in Kate lying so much. Me too. But Kate is imaginative and she's quick, and she's had a history of things where it's much more likely for her to be fast and loose with the truth and say what needs to be said at the time. But that's fine. You can still like her. I still like her. And I did, lol. Whoa, I did not know her daughter's name. You should be airing her name. It's been all over. Well, first of all, you were assuming that but it's been all over Aiden's site and everything like that. And yeah, I'm not terribly worried about it. And you know what, Angel for Animals? Kate shouldn't have raised her daughter in such a way that that these things would have started in the first place. Kate shouldn't have introduced her daughter to Turtle Boy through Kate's actions. Kate shouldn't have had a long ongoing feud with Turtle Boy. Kate should have parented her daughter in such a way that her daughter wouldn't have contacted Turtle Boy. And at the end of all of these problems caused by Kate's parenting, now there's a problem, and you want me to protect somebody? I think you're trying to point at the symptom, not the cause. You should point at the cause. I heard a cock. You probably did. Angel, agree. Say hi to the loud cock-a-doodle-doo. They've moved along. I don't know where they're at right now. Probably they're up the hill. He's just crowing about not being dinner. He's not dinner yet. Thank you for being fair as always. Well, yeah, that's what I do. Get your chickens under control. No. Taking a study break. I did the hat. Well, thank you. I did the hat too. I'm sorry. I'm confused. How could Kate be Chille? Well, interactions. Maybe I should have spelled it out for everybody. I offered to take the blog down that she wanted, and I did. Well, good for you. My dad said that to me many times. Lol. Okay. TB, you were far more believable despite Kate's Karen's trying to spin a different narrative. Okay. You told your chicken rooster you're recording, so you're not live. Well, you caught me. Apparently, I mean, you sussed it out. Based on the way she writes her complaints and the way she argues for harassment prevention orders, it's like identical. Like they think the same way. I don't know what that was. All right. Merb is trying to use that loud rooster to subliminally make everybody believe he has a huge cock. It's not going to work, Merb. And yet you're already thinking about it. Yes, we all recognize your selfless act, Turtle Boy. That's not why we're here. Chickens have free crows. Okay. And then turtles. So I better stop telling people you lie, your feet stink, and you don't love Jesus. I mean, you know, if the same can be said about you, perhaps you shouldn't. Thank you. Twice in one day. Well, yeah. If really you, Turtle Boy Live, if really you unclear on your live, did you call her or did she call you? I never posted photos like that. Okay. I heard all this started again because you reposted their blogs, Turtle Boy. Yeah. How disgusting to tell a child their mother does not love them, especially since someone who loves their children does not send photos of them in the tub to strangers online. Hold on a second. Let's dissect this a little bit. It's how disgusting to tell a child their mother does not love them. Is that disgusting? What if the mother doesn't love them? Was that gal Casey Anthony the one who she killed her kids? Did she love her kids? Would it have been disgusting to tell her kids that their mother didn't love them? That's a question. That's a real question. And the second is, did we see any posts or texts or anything like that? Was it presented where Turtle Boy actually said that? And so this whole photos of the kids in the tub sent to strangers online. Who told you that? Who told you that? Who said it was sent to strangers online? Who told you that? How did you learn that? Did you learn it from a gal who's admitted to lying? Where did you learn it from? Was it in a court document? Where'd you learn it from? It sure backfired on Kate, maybe. Crimes are included in the rest of the definition of harassment. See? All the things that don't apply. All the crimes that were committed. You're right. I didn't mention those crimes that didn't apply, Lyncher. You got me. Turtle bitch sucks. Okay, but does he swallow? She called me several times. I never called her once in my life. Well, okay. It did appear to me that Kate used Chille's claim from the past. I'm a good person and the defendant is a bad person. Yes, she absolutely did. She is Chille. Like it's Kate must have stopped responding to Burb's DMs. Lol. She DM'd me yesterday. She did leave my server though. I noticed that today. She left the server, but to the best of my knowledge, she hasn't blocked me. Maybe she has. I don't know. Heard you took them down and recently reposted. True or no? TB, will you cover Andrew cases and Kate breach of RO? Thank you. That's not true. Free to message if you have questions. Whoever contacts children over the internet over internet drama is trash. What about if the child contacts you over internet drama? What if you're a parent and you're having an internet beef with someone and you get your daughter to contact them? What about that? Would that make you trash, or would that make the person who your daughter contacted trash? Just make the phone records public. That will make it all clear. Harassment and home visits. What is wrong with these people? Indeed. What is wrong with them? Indeed. Grow up, be adults, and walk away from each other. The only reason I watch Kate's videos is I like the way he bashed Chille. Okay. Happy to clarify anything. Gracias. It's not like anybody sees Turtle Boy live videos. He rarely. Okay. Yeah, listening to this makes me wonder how she has such a lack of self-awareness. She has seen this type of complaint from Chille. I know. I was like, holy crap! Like, it wasn't just it wasn't just the last court appearance. I'm like, holy crap! Like, this is a pattern. Like, she's Chille. She's just Chille. Hey there. Breaks 1,000 views. Good point. No offense to Turtle Boy or Kate, but they both act like kids. They absolutely do. Who is Turtle Boy? Indeed. What's up, birds? I only see what otters post. After his stunt with his children, I consider him unsafe. I think you're getting secondhand and thirdhand information from people who aren't being unbiased. I'm just going to be honest with you. I mean, you picked your side, Angel, and that's fine. And I like you, and I'm not going to crap on you anymore. But I'm just saying. 34th Street represent. That's one heck of a rabbit hole. A completely infantiles. Okay. Pilot, that's who Kate took to court. Okay. Your purpose is to generate drama. No, my purpose is to go over court filings. Hey, little bird. So the fun thing about everything that I've done is I have evidence for everything. I mean, you can't say that she didn't say it. She said it. You can't say that I'm picking on her unreasonably, because I leveled the same accusations against her, the same criticisms, I should say, against her as I made against Chille. And you didn't have any problem with me saying those things about Chille. Hey, little bird. Just hanging out, having fun. Stop by anytime. Sewn shut. Turtle Boy, is this some idiot YouTuber who thinks he's all that? Oh, Turtle Boy, is this some I don't know what he's saying there. Never heard of that person. Okay. Good point. They're doing it to each other. Do unto others as others do unto you. Do unto others as you would have others do unto you, maybe, is the golden rule. Lucky you. This sunshine is getting to me. We're moving a little bit more. Hearts, generating drama. Sure. Literally everything, Merb. Using that phrase, literally everything. Is that the best you got to criticize me on? Is literally everything? Well, that's not that bad. Hemming, I know you're looking so high. Back at your heart. And then stuff. And then what's up, Turtle Boy? Vlad, 34th or 39th like. And then things. He won't mind you playing it fully. Seriously, how can anyone support an individual who contacts minors over internet drama? Again, she contacted him. Her mom got her so involved in all of this that she felt the need to go do it. Like, how did she know this blog was out there? How does she know anything about Turtle Boy? As a 16-year-old, you're not watching Turtle Boy live. You're not aware of it. You're not going to his blog. Kate did this, dude. Kate did this. Kate and Turtle, bitch, need to grow up and act. Yes. You can play it all. Thank you. Turtle Boy always wins. Well, he didn't lose, but he didn't win, because in that last video, he was also trying to get a TPO again, or a HPO against Kate, and I don't believe he got that. So there you go. Their age. So the only person missing in this chat is Kate herself. Well, you know, apparently Kate doesn't have any accounts of her own. She always has access through someone else's account. So how do you know? How do you know? How do you know where Kate is? I mean, she could be here. She probably is here. How do you know? Listen to how awful she is in a court setting. Yeah, she's pretty terrible. Kate got bulldozed. Literally everything would include Kate doing a live stream, driving a loaner car while on drugs, swerving into the rumble strips, discussing constitutional law, and getting it wrong, do better. Okay, I see what you're trying to say. So me going over HPOs, specifically Massachusetts HPOs, and saying that she's doing literally everything like Chille does, you're going to say, you're going to just extrapolate that out to the entire world. She wipes her butt like Chille does. She wears her bra like Chille does. I mean, obviously not. I mean, you could use your brain, but no, you're trying to white knight for her. So congratulations. You got me. You got me. She doesn't live stream while driving loaner cars. You got me, buddy. You got me. That was a good one. Does she cite poster 7? I don't know. Chille. Maybe don't condescend to a judge as an opener. That's an excellent point. That is what she did and what Chille did, and it didn't work out well for either of them. You might wonder why lawyers don't go in condescending to judges. That's why. I'm just impressed at how many lasers there are in these pockets. Like, I'm just impressed how many losers there are in these pockets, like GD and ICB. Okay, or lack thereof. Chille, and then things. I don't know. Turtle Boy seems like such a little bitch. I understand what you're saying there, and I don't necessarily disagree, but doesn't mean he's wrong. You could be right and still being a bitch. Just say, doesn't mean you're wrong. Poster 7, Merb. Aren't there First Amendment carve-outs for constitutional scholars? You know, you'd have to ask Chille on that. He's done all the research. Or was that the DHS memo? Turtle bitch sucks. Okay. Helmet is on. Turtle helmet is on. Okay. She thinks she's smarter than the judge. Yeah. Voluminous cringe. Yeah. Kate Peter does. She did it last time she tried taking Turtle Boy to court earlier. Why can't somebody take/make the first move or the first step and stop this? This all sounds like high school, simply stupid and asinine. Just stop. Somebody please take that first step. Oh, none of you. I mean, absolutely, Tinker too. 100% nailed it. Thank you. Turtle Boy would. He would what? He would take the first step? I don't think so. Ha ha ha, Paige. Page B, what's the next alcohol you're going to promote like a shill? I like alcohol. Promote? TB, you should join Merb's Discord. The link in the channel about section. Why? If he doesn't want to be, he doesn't have to be. There's nothing really interesting in there at all. The girl said in court that she wasn't afraid of TB before all the claims of being afraid. I know, crazy. And then there's Bud Light. Okay. And then Page B, what up? She opened the door. Happy Easter all. Does chapter 265, section 43 apply? I'm going to say probably not. This is from 2020. Yeah, the third recording was from 2020. Herb, do you ever sleep? And if so, do you wear pants then? Inquiring minds. Absolutely not. Turtle Boy, why don't you be the gentleman, take the first step and just stop? Well, why doesn't Kate? You know? Why doesn't Kate? Why are you trying to put the emphasis on him? I believe that twice now he's offered to stop. If she stops, like have a mutual ceasefire, and she said no both times. So I mean, I don't know why you're going to put pressure on him. 99 cents a minute. There you go. Turtle Boy gave me the clap. Well, I mean, don't be a fool, wrap your tool. He did. Everyone needs to quit wasting the court's effing time. Block each other and move the F on already. I'm sick of it and not involved. I'm guessing those involved thrive on drama or this would have ended. I agree. And this is why I'll never try to represent myself in court. Excellent advice. Law explaining to the judge. I know. Turtle Boy won't stop. He's a child. Well, I think you might want to check Kate there. To what degree can the court assist the petitioner? I don't know. Not much. But then who's going to object if the court does? Then too, he wouldn't get to make gloating videos. Okay. So yeah, it's all Turtle Boy. It's not Kate. It's not There's a video about Kate, but everybody wants to talk about Turtle Boy. I mean, congratulations, guys. Your whataboutisms have been noted. Man, oh man, she is going full Chille. I know. That was my thought too. He's never been accused of being a gentleman. Gentlemen did not do what he did to his wife and children. Now he's still married. So what are you doing inserting yourself between him and his wife? And again, what do you got on the kids? Like if your allegation is correct that he's disseminating pictures of himself or pictures of his kids in a bathtub, presumably naked, then please explain why he still has those kids. Please explain it. Oh, you can't? Well, maybe things aren't exactly the way you think they are. Maybe there's something there that you don't know. Your judgmental attitude is starting to grate on me a little bit, making assertions that you have no firsthand knowledge of. And again, you getting in between him and his wife. I mean, how about you fuck off and let Turtle Boy and his wife deal with their relationship. You deal with your relationship with your man, and you let Turtle Boy deal with his relationship with his wife. You let his wife deal with her man. Black's Law Dictionary. GD is a shill. Okay. Thank you. Exactly my thoughts. This is old crap and nobody getting anywhere, causing more hurt feelings. I know it's a lose-lose proposition for both of them, and they should stop. I agree, Merb. When I post something on YouTube, I clear it through a licensed Texas attorney to make sure it isn't harassment. Okay. You act like if he stops, it will be over. That is the Hatfields and McCoys. There are layers of other people involved who keep poking no matter what. I know. But sometimes you just have to be a bigger person and ignore it. You can ignore people who you can block them. If someone's poking at you, just block them. If they're your friend, just tell them to stop. And if they don't stop, well, just look at Angel for Animals in this chat for your example. Yeah, I know. I am surprised at how she's being. Watch the first 15 to 20 minutes of the Lauren Order video over at Lauren De Laguna's channel. He doesn't have enough self-control or self-awareness to be a gentleman. Oh, that was the WNN one. I watched some of that. I couldn't handle too much of it. WNN was particularly obtuse, and it wasn't. Neither side was well prepared to present things as if it would be presented in court. So I lost interest very quick. And WNN is a fucking tool. Why are we reviewing 3-year-old content? Because it's relevant. That's why. White Knight Harder. Can we use YouTube consumers petition? Can we, as YouTube consumers, petition the court to put Kate and Chille in the same cage to fight it out? Yes, we could. You can always petition. Absolutely. Yo. She thinks courtrooms are YouTube. She's used to speaking to an echo chamber who doesn't know better. She is, I think, used to saying what she needs to say in the moment to get the result that she wants. She talks fast. She's quick on her feet. She does a lot of loose, sloppy logic, like he's a bad person because of this and this and this and this. And you're like, well, wait a minute, like you haven't proved any of them. You've just made like 5 allegations, but she's already on to the 6th. So yeah, it doesn't work. It does not work well in court. You can baffle people on YouTube with bullshit, but you've got to dazzle them with your brilliance in court. Page B is a shill. Okay. Lots of people are shill according to King Serban. Hey, there's Starman. Happy Easter. I personally take most of YouTube as pure entertainment. I just wish courts weren't involved so much. I know it's all these petty bitches bringing their shit to court. And my point on that is that Kate was like, oh, I would never do this. I don't try to chill people's freedom of speech. And yet there we were twice now with Kate trying to chill Turtle Boy's freedom of speech. So there you go. So this is exposing pro se errors with sage advice or pile on the pro se weird content. Well, is it weird though, Felipe? Is it weird? Are you gonna step in and advocate for Felipe? Are you and Krista gonna represent her in the California lawsuit? I think you should. I think you should. Pro bono. Too right. This is so ridiculous. People who have real issues in life see this contrived drama for what it is. Absolutely. Lots of gatekeeping going on. Indeed. Can cops stop answering the phone? Probably not. Well, I mean, It's part of their job, I'm going to guess. It's a shame that these two adults act like children. It is. Happy Easter, little bird. King Serban is a moron. Okay. I could be is a shill. Okay. Pattern of behavior. Is that like videos and live streams that trash people? Asking for a friend. Oh, white knighting. Oh. Or if you're addressing this to me, I mean, I am, you could say I'm trashing people, or you could say that I am pointing out hypocrisy where I find it. Is that trashing people? Or are you white knighting? There was context at the beginning of the stream. Indeed, there was. Why is a 40-plus-year-old man having any contact with a teen? Just block her. I believe, and I could be getting ahead of myself, I believe she contacted him to make a business decision to take down a blog. So she contacted him, and what, he's supposed to just block her and not like take into consideration what she's asking of him? Can 40-year-old men have business transactions with minors, with teens? Like if a teen goes into the 7-Eleven, the local 7-Eleven, can the cashier, the 40-year-old cashier, can he accept her money in exchange for a slushie or a Slurpee or whatever they have there? I mean, why are you saying such a generalized statement? It's because you can't actually say that specifically what he did, specifically in this circumstance, was specifically wrong. And so you're making a generalized broad statement to try to capture all the bad stuff and leave it to the imagination of the reader. But it's disingenuous and it's wrong and it's stupid. You know, teachers, a 40-year-old man who's a teacher in high school, can he have any contact with a teen? Like, he's teaching her, that's going to be contact, right? Idiot. Of course. And then a heart. And then I'd rather be a moron than a sellout shill. Okay, I don't know what that means. Hola. Ding ding, great question. How much do shills get paid? That's another good question. 100%. I just chopped of my finger with scissors. Well, that's not a smart thing to do. Imagine that pro se parties make errors. So do bar members. Well, aren't we white knighting hard? Aren't we white knighting hard there, Felipe? Oh, good on you, buddy. Yeah, where was Felipe when I was shitting all over Chille? Why didn't Felipe come in here when I was shitting on Chille and be like, well, you know, Merv, you know, you're just shitting on pro ses. Oh, you probably shouldn't do that. Bar members make mistakes too, Merv. He wasn't there. I figured you out, fat man. What the fuck? How's the cholesterol going? Welcome to the dark side, bitches. I'm not on the dark side. I'm not any side. Thank you very much. Turtle Boy is a low-key pedo. That is probably defamatory, and you can't prove shit of it. So there you go. Perfect. And yours. I doubt that. GD, are you white knighting for yourself in your own sock account? Chill. Okay. One does not invalidate the other. Okay. There's a code they could put in tied to your info and nothing, and noting you're a problem caller, etc. Had one place on neighbor who would call on me when he was drunk. Lol. Yeah, but that doesn't mean they won't take his call anymore. It means that if someone's like repeatedly calling about the same issue, they could put it in there and it gets dropped down to the bottom of their response queue. Like, it's the same shit again. Low hanging fruit is for rodents. Oh, no kidding. Oh, I'm a rodent. I will simp for you whenever okay. I don't know what that means. Hey, Felipe, how are the housewife duties going? Oof. Oh, great. Lauren, it's all about me. Laguna is here. Well, it doesn't seem like it's all about her right now, but you're certainly trying to make it all about her. So congratulations. Simply an example. Oh, good. Maybe Merv can review the dozens of attempts at restraining orders TB has made and failed at next, like when he tried with Brett to show what a vindictive cunt he is. His words. See, again, this is whataboutism, and I don't follow Turtle Boy. I don't watch his content. I mean, I got this content. I actually texted him and I was like, hey, do you have this? Hey, do you have this? Because I've seen these things now and I wanted more context. And so he gave me a lot of these things. He gave me the initial complaint, He gave me the links to the previous videos, but I don't watch his content, and I don't really care. And Turtle Boy's always shown up with a lawyer, as far as I know. So why would I criticize? What am I going to criticize Turtle Boy about there? Because his attorney didn't pull it off. I mean, any attorney can always lose. Any attorney can always lose. Any pro se litigant could always win. But it's the distinctions that we're drawing here that are important. Is Turtle Boy like Chille? No. So you're off base. You're off the mark, sir. Howdy, Lauren. Would you book another interview with David Weiss? I don't know who that is. I don't know what that means. Am I blocked? I don't know. Lol. Renee, I really should. Not sure who has those. I have a housekeeper. His wife pays for a housekeeper. Red flag, 40-year-old man having dialogue with teens, grow up. Again, it's the same stupid argument. Your wife does all the work. Hey, Hey, Wilma. GD, why not just stay in your regular account? No one else will white knight for you. I remember TB trying to take out restraining orders on Kate just to waste her time and shut her up. His words. Yep. He's a bad person. Your point? Oh, your point is I need to deflect and save my dearest darling Kate. I need to deflect. We can't talk about what Kate did. We have to talk about what someone else did. But Merb, aren't pro se plaintiffs given leeway by the court for a reason? Are they? Are they given leeway? Hi, Lauren. I will subscribe to your channel if you do. Yay. I don't know what that means. Nope. Renee. Hi, Renee. EC, Steve Miller, Angels for Animals. Keep it up. Everyone can see you simping for one side. Morons. Yeah. And Felipe, too. That is not the housekeeper's name. Felipe is also simping pretty hard. Hello, baby. Hey, howdy. Glad to see you. Team Kate has shown up. Oh, yay. Why would Kate keep going on with this? I know. The girl is 16 doesn't need this in her life. What is the point in this? The girl is her daughter. Kate has the power to stop this and should. I agree. Seems one-sided when the shit flows from both directions. No, it's not one-sided. It's not one-sided at all. You're just upset that I'm not talking about the side you want me to talk about. You make your video, bro. You do it. Pedo alert. Oh, shit, this motherfucker here. Lauren De Laguna, tell your smart, prettier sister I said hello. You too. GD is a shill. Kate's fans are the worst type of people. Really anybody who's super tribal is pretty terrible. And that's why I go out of my way to bring not peace, but the sword. Exactly. She knew going to court meant her daughter would have to testify and read those messages. Yeah, she did. And she knew you would get the audio because you've always done it. And she knew you'd report on it because you always do. But it's not Kate's fault. It's not Kate's fault. Fucking hell. Hey, Vlad. TB is here to make excuses and deflect what he has done. No, you're deflecting what Kate did, sir. You are deflecting what Kate did. Hello. I hope Merb is wearing pants. I am sorry to disappoint you, but I am not. Wouldn't that be nice? Providing all your evidence. Wouldn't it, though? Wouldn't it have been great if she had all these texts and documents and things like that, and she actually showed up to court with them and they actually said what she said they said? Then the court would have no problem issuing those protective orders. So something's wrong. Vlad, isn't she beautiful and smart? I have such a wonderful family. It's awesome to have beautiful, smart sisters. And then there's that. And then hi. And then are you guys the Hatfields and the McCoys? I can't remember how this works. I could be as a shill, apparently still. Happy Easter, everyone. But doesn't getting views and donations on live stream mean that you're better than the person you were trashing? I think that's the way it works. I think technically that is the way it works. Merb's been jamming TLC. It's okay, Merb, you're pretty. Don't hate my music choices, man. I love me some TLC. All right, just don't hate. I hope you're having a great day. I hope you're having a great day, Chris. Good point on harassment. Thank you. Laughing at Starman. Sam, everyone here disagrees with you. Is it possible that you're wrong? Lauren, you are beautiful. Ugh, simps on the internet. Thinking hearsay as well. Are some of my YouTube videos harassment? Not according to Texas law. Okay. Like, who the fuck are you, dude? Who the fuck are you? Lauren, are you still moving to Florida? It's nice to hear an uninterested party dissect these audios. Well, I'm not uninterested. I actually like Kate, and I don't like Turtle Boy. And I am torn on Chille. I probably don't like him. I mean, if it's really too much energy for me to actively dislike someone, but like when you're like, do you want to hang out with this person? Yeah, I would love to hang out with Kate. I think it would probably be interesting hanging out with Chille just for the sheer all over the place that he's got going on. Turtle Boy, I enjoyed my discussion with him, and then he's so fixated on Kate that I just don't know. I don't think I would enjoy that. So that's what I mean when I say I don't like it. Anyway, I don't like to hang out with people who just trash someone else's kids or brings up their kids, or it's just like, let's talk about something nice and fun and friendly and blah blah blah. I'm tired of Chille. Well, try a different dinner. It doesn't matter if messages have never been sent. There would have been nothing to read. Leave 16-year-old girls alone. Apparently Angel for Animals didn't actually didn't hear the messages, and there's a reason why the court said that the closest thing to harassment, the closest thing to fighting words, were from the petitioner. It's weird that the court didn't have any issues with anything that the daughter read as far as Aiden was concerned. Isn't that weird, Angel for Animals? I mean, have you tried to square that up in your head, like that maybe your understanding isn't accurate? Is there a reason why your interpretation of events aren't lining up with the way the courts are seeing things? Is there a reason for that? Have you considered it? Just pause to consider, if you would. I remember TB. Jesus Christ, you got a boner. Sam Stone has a boner for Turtle Boy. All right, so you go get it. Turtle Boy lost the last hearing that I was playing. All right, Kate lost too. So what do you want? Congratulations. Clearly, social media has gotten to some in a negative way. Yes, everybody's all tribal. Like, just relax. Fucking relax. Claps. Okay, yeah, I was hell of clap worthy. I am Kevin. Okay, Kevin. I mean, I'm not here to judge, Lauren. If you want to be Kevin, you can be Kevin. I'm tired of Chille. Okay. My daughter has been traumatized by all this being made public. I won't rest until everyone knows it. I know. Kate was posting on Masshole about this. Kate was posting about it. Like, what are you going to do, man? Like, it's crazy. It's fucking weird. So be fair and go over his here. No, how about you suck my dick, Sam Stone? How about you do that? Wouldn't that be nice? I'm not going to do what you want me to do. Maybe rephrase it 37 more times since no one cared the first 37 times. It's obvious what you're doing. I know. It's bad if Starman actually catches on and understands what you're doing. Samson, exactly. The Kate chills are here in force. Angel, so if a 16-year-old walks into a store, should an adult shopkeeper kick them out and refuse to talk to them? Apparently, because there's just never an excuse to talk to a 16-year-old if you're a 40-year-old man. Never. It's never acceptable. Lauren, I teach scuba diving. If you move down there, I'm in Virginia, you've got to let me come down and get you certified. Ooh, making the moves. Nice. Why did Turtle Boy think it was okay to text? Jesus fucking Christ. Does it seem natural to you? And then yeah, throw up. Fucking weird. Not a good example. You're not a good example, Felipe. I will take you up on that, Kevin. Jesus Christ. Are federal regulations which prohibit firearms possession on federal property, such as parking lots protected by the Second Amendment, subject to some sort of scrutiny? Why would you ask him? He's not an attorney. Contract made. My, you talk exactly like the lawyer you're not. Well, you know what? How would you know? Are you the judge of what lawyers talk like? Imagine people thinking they have to pick a side in this mess. Newsflash, you don't need to be Team Kate or Team Aiden. You shouldn't defend either of them. They both know what they're doing. Exactly. It's like picking a side on Jerry Springer, Why would you do that? It doesn't make any sense. They're idiots and they're doing it for the clicks and views. So congratulations. Have fun. Great. Dang Merb going for the throat. Well, that's my job. Call me. Okay. I don't know who you are. I don't keep up with Turtle Boys, so there's that. Some people don't give a shit about all this. I'm in that club. I know. A very broad question. You're a very broad person. Let's all take Felipe's advice on the law. I mean, he practices without being properly educated. Huh. Angel for Animals, you need to get updated with your story. Judge said plaintiff was the aggressor. Judge said plaintiff was the closest thing to an aggressor, but yeah, pretty much. He insinuated it heavily. What could go wrong? You mean Chille? Properly? Question mark. Yes. Walking into a public place is different than a 40-year-old man private texting a 16-year-old. I suspect you're at least smart enough to know that. So let's say I make an online purchase and I contact customer service, and the customer service agent working there is 16 years old. Do I have to block that customer service? Oh, a 16-year-old responded to me. I can't do this. Or vice versa. What if I'm working customer service, 40-plus-year-old male, and a 16-year-old texts customer service, and there I am, and I get it. What do you want to do? Like block that person? Be like, oh, I can't do it. See, you strip out the context of everything to try to make it seem like he's doing something bad by implication. And it's just disgusting and wrong. And you really should stop. Don't interrupt the judge. That's a pretty good point. Don't interrupt the judge. I should go address that with the College of Law then. Okay. Merb is the upset side piece. Lol. Whose side piece? Turtle Boys or Kate's? Because neither one of them are my type. I like otters. Can we say drama queen? Dancing queen. Oh, that sounds like Chille. He has an eye on gang harassment. I know. Felipe, tell us how you practice law and Merb exposed you. No, they don't want to talk about that. Felipe, thanks for being here to listen and learn. Volume alone. How does GD not think people spot him in the Wilma account? Really, Shell? Never, quote, practiced, end quote, law. Liar. You've called this right, Merb. Is this all for money? I don't necessarily think Kate's all in it for the money. I think Turtle Boy is. He's a businessman. He's doing it for a business. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that, but he's, clicks and views. It's, if you've ever gone to his page, I tried to go to it once, and boy, it was all pop-ups and it was just terrible. But Kate, I think Kate does it because she likes the limelight. She likes the attention, daddy issues or something, I'd guess. Hi, ASMR. You're also a scammer. Okay. Felipe, I thought you did a lot of amicus curiae briefs. King Serban is ASMR. Okay. I love it. I love it when people get in here and try to pretend that they know whose sock is who, etc. It's all stupid. I thought only lawyers could do those. Okay. Really weird. Merb, are Kate, TB, and Chille besties and do this to keep interest going to benefit them? Asking for a friend's sanity. You're asking me to speculate. I don't know if they're all in it together. Maybe. I don't think so. I actually think Chille believes I think Chille's a true believer, personally. I think Kate and TB hate each other from the depths of their souls, personally, but I could be wrong. Lol, GD. GD, are you Shiva's fluffer too? Very weird. No, sir. Play the part where her daughter tells the judge she's not afraid of him. That was in the first video, and yeah, it's there. So oopsie doodles. I've actually wondered at that myself. I don't believe that to be the case. Kate should have sent you a 5K retainer. Oh, that worked out well for Earl. Oops, I did a thing. Me? This was wife, technically. They certainly all benefit from this. Hi, new here. You're always saying that, JTL. King, are you on the spectrum, or do you think GD is every account? That's a good question. Why would she do that? Perhaps this judge is into 16-year-old girls as well. Jesus fucking Christ. I mean, it can't be the obvious thing. There has to be some sort of a conspiracy or something, because it can't be Kate. It just can't. Unfortunately, it's not Christmas. Otherwise, I'd ask, be gentle. I will never be gentle. Just seems too rehearsed at this point. Husband? Question mark. Yeah, I know. Hi, new guy. Your boyfriend. My boyfriend? Well, hi. Good to see you. Exactly. Oh man, GD, the shield is so spot on. He busted me his ASMR. Oh man, so busted. That's another lie. They are not married. We know. Merb, wow. And do you like her? Yes, I do. And I'm honest with her. Just because I like you doesn't mean I'm not going to be honest with you. I'm not going to lie to you. Yeah. It's maddening how very similar this sounds to Chille. I know. Hi, Madison Lee. Hey, Paige B. Does the word husband mean married? Yes, it does. Lol, when you said that's all hearsay, I was already running through the exemptions and thought, meh, why bother? Thanks. Hi, GD. Don't lie that you're not Shiva's fluffer. Hey, all this high-level trolling is just so awesome. Hey there. She stated she has stated she was married. Yes, she maintained she's still married. Husband can be anyone's husband. My husband, no, sorry. There is a script TB Chille and Kate are following. I don't think so. Hey, I guess the rooster wants to get back in on it. She did do it. She was under oath when she called him her husband. She knows they're not married. Perjury. Who cares? Felipe, get back in the kitchen and make your wife some food, but boy. Oh boy. Partner is a better description than husband without a marriage license, yes. Thoroughly investigated and found it to be unequivocally, patently false. Nice, I like it. This is a complete shit show, Merb. I know. Miss you. Felipe, you're too invested, plus you also lied. Oh, that's a valid point. Everyone who's a mod in Kate's Discord is either a retard or supports child abusers willingly. I disagree. Felipe, I always thought there was an implicit link to marriage when saying husband. Yes. Turtle Boy. If this is about her daughter, why is she talking about everything with her? That's a great question. Because she doesn't know what she has to prove. Thanks, been busy studying and whatnot. What? It's Ramadan. That would be haram. Does GD always talk to himself in his own sock accounts? You know, it's funny. The guy who's just accused of being ASMR, like, oh, you caught me. Geez, you caught me. Is doing the exact same thing to GD. Amazing. Good stuff. Good times. Can't make this stuff up, folks. Good for you. Not you. Katie, this audio is from 2020. It was the first time she tried to attempt to get an order on me. She's now using her daughter after her first attempt failed. That is correct. In some places, that's true. Everyone except Paige, who is amazing. Okay. I'm not convinced that any of the plaintiffs intend to win these cases. They know they will be streamed to get clicks, views, and donations. Well, except that Kate didn't stream it. So, you know, I don't know. I don't know about that. Lauren and Paige, yes. Yep. Invested, yep. And you just stood up for a man who sent pictures of a children in the bathtub to a stranger and texted privately with the 16-year-old. Again, stripped of context, meaningless. You should be ashamed of yourself, Angel. You really should. I never looked it up, mind you, so I don't know. Congratulations. Hey, weird, etc. Lauren with hearts. Chille's like Rambo. John J. Really? And lie. Okay. Turtle Boy Live. How many times have you tried to get an order on Kate now? Jesus Christ, this guy. Felipe Liars. Congratulations. Lol. She denied running Masshole report. I know she just has access to it. Under oath. I know. Both inaccurate claims. No one cares. Everyone, Kate, Chille, you, Turbo, even Merb are all just reality TV as far as the masses are concerned. We are watching interesting broadcasts just like TV. Yeah. Seems to be an opinion only held by you. No, I don't think that GD is the only person who thinks that you're a liar, Felipe. You get called a liar a lot in my Discord. And then you say something like, oh, it's all just keystrokes. Felipe, you lie all the time. Yeah, see. People have opinions. Oops. People have opinions about all sorts of things. Yep. And some things are facts. Felipe, that would be another lie. And then example, date and time. Prove to me that I'm a liar. I thought it was funny that she told the judge that TB most definitely has mental issues. I know, like she's some sort of a psychiatrist, psychologist, whatever. Turtle Boy Live. Didn't you claim under oath that some guy threatened your kids when you're the one who made a fake account and wrote it? Whoa, boy, this guy's a hard-hitting journalist here. He's going to get all the truths out. Good job, Sam. Fucking idiot. Provide an example. Prove to me I'm a liar. TB, you should do a video on Felipe Hemming, okay? Lauren, how are things going on the bar front? Genuine question, not picking a fight. Well, he should do a video on Felipe. He scammed a few auditors. That's what the scuttlebutt is. And who's the bar for you, Adam? That's one noisy cock. I've got two noisy cocks. I wish Patrick hadn't lost his channel. There were countless videos where he said he was calling his lawyer, and it was Felipe, who never told police he was not a lawyer. Yeah, that happened a lot. House, we need a stout to chime in on this legal case. That'd be worthwhile. Angel, 100%. Nice cock. Thank you for that time or two. Awesome. All submitted and processing. How about you? Good luck on passing the bar, Adam. As if April 11, Alpha Fox. Hemming is a scammer. I love that rooster. Well, you should marry him. He scammed many auditors in school. Cox, okay. Burbeast, yes, he is just fucking with you at this point. Yeah, the rooster was. Let's keep in mind, people, despite Merb, that this is about a presumptively grown man arguing with a 16-year-old girl online. Is that what it's about? Or is it about Turtle Boy and Kate? I think it's about Turtle Boy and Kate. I think that Kate just used her daughter as a tool and initiated contact with TB under the guise of using her daughter as a tool, and is continuing to use her daughter as a tool. And you guys are all running with it because my tribalism. Congratulations. Lol. Wilma, yes, he has. Good luck, genuinely. Kate learns a new word and will use it over and over. GD has a good idea. I need to get one. That is too funny, okay? Stop choking the chicken. Keep it PG-13. Don't tell me what to do. Fabio and Inigo, yes. I know. Cock-a-doodle-doo to you too. Thank you. Let's see your cock, Merb. Not the right stream for that, sir. Laughing. Turtle Boy Hemming collab. No thanks. Do you own roosters that are not sure of what time of day it is? Oh, they'll crow all the time. I mean, they're equal opportunity crowers. Even the rooster knows it's all shit. Exactly. The outer war cry was, "I'm calling my lawyer Felipe," and he wouldn't correct them. Yep, that was a thing about 5 years ago. Burb is losing a legal argument with a chicken. I know. Turtle Boy and Hemming should scam even better together than they do apart. Okay. She said Discord is private. Yeah, I know. It's pretty stupid. The rooster wants to be part of the live. He was part of the live. I did watch the most recent one. Let's Google roosters. Okay. She said all this stuff about me in a Discord and then said it didn't count because it's private. I know. Roosters are a pain in the ass, loud as hell, and fertilized eggs off of their heads. Well, we like fertilized eggs because that's how you get the next round of baby chicks. She doesn't sound confident. She wasn't confident. As if. Thumbs up. Chickens are using their 1A. Sure, but this is private property. Why so few likes? Hit that like button, you filthy animals. I don't care about likes. Let's keep in mind, this is about a presumptively grown man arguing with a 16-year-old girl online. Again, it's not. And it wasn't the last time you said it either. It's about Turtle Boy and Kate. And specifically, this video is about Kate being exactly like Chille and has been exactly like Chille since 2020. Spell check. Oh my. This is hilarious. Felipe, at least lose the weight you need to lose for your health. Well, that's sage advice. Exactly. I've considered that as well. And stop lying. Also sage advice. So proud of you and your ability to spell. The hypocrite don't care. The hypocrites don't care. True. Imagine supporting Kate still. How embarrassing. If you are on chat and still support Kate, why? Well, because they get to support who they want to support. You like to lie? Wait, what? Oh my, nope. Aiden sent pictures of his children in the tub to a stranger. You've said that multiple times. And I'm going to say, I'm going to press X to doubt. And I'm going to ask again, if he did that, if it was what you're thinking it is, if it's what you're insinuating it is, then why does he still have his kids? Explain that to me, and then we'll move on. Why does he still have his kids? If he did it, why does he still have his kids? You can't. Because if he was actually sending out pictures of his kids naked, like you're insinuating, in the tub to strangers, he wouldn't have his kids. Because that's a crime. That's probably a state crime. It's definitely a federal crime. He wouldn't have his kids. He'd probably be in jail or prison or both. So explain that. Comport your understanding of reality with reality. Go ahead and defend her posting pictures of Aiden's kids. I know, it's all whataboutism. It's public. It's an act of morons. You're an act of morons. I support Lauren for president. Okay? Depends on who, lol. Imagine supporting you. That would be embarrassing. To who? Discord is private in the same way as a private club is private. It's an invite-only system as opposed to open access, like visiting a Facebook page or a YouTube video. No, it's not. It's not. Because literally, Aiden had access to it. So it wasn't private. Thank you, STL. But Aiden did this, I know. Much like accusing others of it while offering zero evidence. So bar fight in VFW Hall, is that drunk in public? Probably, yeah. I would assume it would be other things beyond. I guess a lot of it would depend on state law and things like that. So it's a hard question to answer, but sure, it would probably be a drunk in public. Is he frozen? Yes, I am frozen. The link is posted publicly. It is, and she invites people to go there. She puts it out in lots of her videos for people to go there. Lauren is desperate for a firm, erect dick. Is that so? Well, are you the man for the job? They ain't got nothing on TV. Kate's a POS. Oh, well, since you said it, it must be true. Aiden sent pictures to a stranger of his children in the tub, not Kate. Again, allegations. If you say it enough times, people will take it seriously, and it'll be all super good. Seems so. She loves Turtle Boy. She's obsessed. Kate is, yes. I like Discord. Where else can you speculate about someone and within 2 days it becomes quoted fact? Yep, it's awesome. Kate dragging your daughter into this is abuse. Well, I don't know if it is or not, but it's certainly not the most, it certainly wasn't the wisest move she could have made. This is great. Wide reaching. Merb's roosters are going off. A private social media server. Got it. I know. Global even. Felipe, you begged Merv to remove the videos because you practiced law before you decided to go to school. Like I said, why defend either? Why would Kate post pictures of his kids ever? Merv has a couple of great videos exposing Felipe. Search Merbeast and Felipe and you'll find them. Kate and Eden should just bone and get it over with. Probably. Actually, my own on that one, my own hypothesis is that they did bone, because I've never seen two people get this emotionally stuck on each other if they haven't boned. Fat boy begged, asked. Kate's been letting hers be abused all their lives. Cried. More like it is more like it never happened. Yes. Right. Chille does the same thing. Wowzers, I know. Keep dreaming. Nope. Keep crying. So sad. Boo-hoo. Lao una. Lame. As someone who casually views the nonsense content and has zero loyalty to any of these people, Kate was clearly the lying clown this whole time, and I'm glad. Clearly. Why does it seem like this is two toddlers kicking sand at each other in the playground and now want the court to decide who is a better person? Because that's exactly what it is. All three of them are POSs. Okay. Yeah, it's a little disconcerting listening to this. The daughter initiated the text. She did. Hola. So very hunting for attention. Yes, you are. I wonder how many Chardonnays it took the judge to wash all this nonsense drama and tech talk out of his head that night. I don't know. I would guess judges would more likely be whiskey fans. Probably a Scotch drinker. Just a guess. So lonely and weird even. Cry some more, please. At least she blurred their faces. He sent bathtubs pictures to someone he was trying to accuse of being a pedophile. According to Kate, who's a known liar, you have no firsthand knowledge of this. You don't know. You don't know. Doesn't own anything. Lauren, I'm also a member of the DC bar, so we have that in common. Okay. That is not a thing. Okay. She usually attacks mentally disabled people and gets cheered for it. I know. She likes that low-hanging fruit, but that's fine. I mean, someone's got to make videos on it, right? If she did, then he never would have answered her. Okay. I don't like her. Okay. Worn out already. Sure. I haven't defended Aiden once, but you seem to resolve your hypocritical positions that everything Kate does is okay. You have no integrity. Well, that's pretty harsh, but not untrue. Or distracted, barrage, lame, be right back, queen of excuses, always lies. I go to a DC bar. Facebook, yeah, that's the ticket. Tubby. She was stealing money via my advertisers. I think we cleared that up. I think we cleared that up. But you guys had an agreement where, don't you remember your agreement where she could hold on to the money till the end of the month and then you two would square up? Don't you remember that? Who? You. Nope. How's Earl? I asked her about it and she flipped on me. Crazy how when you ask someone about them stealing money from you, they flip on you. Crazy. Me? Starman, I've often told Kate she was out of line and wrong, so there's that. Now I'll be right back. Well, have fun. You're fat as fuck, lol. Merb has Kate figured out. Good for him. I've had her figured out for a long time. I didn't realize she was as bad in court proceedings. I thought she would be more composed, but I don't think she actually prepares. Anyone who read Turtle Boy Sports back in the day knows that Kate didn't have some moral dilemma. She was brutal in attacking people, probably even more so than Aiden, I'm guessing. That's what she's saying? As someone who casually views this nonsense contact with zero loyalty, Kate ended up as a clown without a leg to stand on, and Aiden was the only one with integrity the whole time. Good for him. Somehow, I feel like you have a dog in the fight, but congratulations. Well, don't you spend most of your time arguing with teen girls? Kill that rooster. Eventually. I only did it if you show proof, lol. I have zero respect for Kate anymore. Well, you probably never had any respect for her in the first place. What does that even mean when you say something like that? Exactly. What does it even mean? Work? All Kate Simps are coming in. Yep. Me either, Gage. Okay. Kate wrote so many blogs for me shitting on bad mothers. Well, crazy. Bad mothers should be shit on, I guess. I don't know. Nothing wrong in that. No Faith, you're one of the Peter eaters. How Emu hast money has she taken from you? Oh boy, this is going to be good. 55 minutes late to the party. I don't think it was that good. I absolutely can't stop smiling. Okay, well, I'm glad. On your charade, crazy. She seemed strong, but it was all a front. Conman can be women too, it seems. I don't know if she conned anybody. I'm 30 minutes behind on 2 times speed. Well, thanks for letting us know. It's good for taxes, okay? I sell cars and wish the dealership I work for did that. Yeah, I know. I'm a woman. She makes all of us look bad. Well, I don't know that's the case. Are the Roosters providing their own commentary? Probably. Much respect for you, Merb. Well, probably not. Because it's probably just respect for me while I'm shitting on the person you want to shit on. If I shit on the person you like, then all the respect would go away, right? I back Kate regarding Chille, but I just started watching this type of content right before that kicked off. Stuff like this makes me reevaluate my position. You shouldn't back people. You should back positions, because positions can't let you down. People can and will and do. When Kate was writing as Bristol, she loved to call people ratchets. Takes one to know one, I guess. Okay. I lost respect for Kate when she trashed Blue Bacon for trying to get a restraining order against Chille. I trashed Blue Bacon for trying to get a restraining order against Chille because that was a bitch move. 34th Street for life. Fuck WNN. Yep. $10 is a mistake. A couple hundred is not. Yeah. I mean, I accidentally kept the money and we had a deal that I'd keep it and square up at the end of the month. That is such huge bullshit. Like, that's a straight up lie. Agreed. Not that this is the same thing, but still, it seems like people are afraid to call her out, but she has some serious karma coming her way. Well, I'm sure that, if she takes offense to this, that she's probably going to make a hit piece on me or whatever, and that's fine. I have had hit pieces made on me before, and I have survived them, so I'll survive this too. It only looks like a duck. It's just not a duck. Yeah, okay. That's unusual. And she ended up doing the same thing against Aiden. Kate and her gang of middle school bullies. About Halloween time, I started losing his respect for her with the drunk walk in or the rain. And then when it came to New Year's deal, that was even worse. I finally come to realize it's her own fault. She is the captain of her own ship, the master of her own destiny. Every position that she finds herself in is directly due to decisions that she's made. She's just full of excuses. It is really interesting to listen to a true outsider look at this. Yeah, I am an outsider, and I am trying to be as fair as possible. Kate's entire MO and theme is shitting on someone. That is true. I'll be shocked if she continues to have a following because now it's pretty black and white. The gray area is gone now. I would be shocked if she didn't continue to have a following. I mean, there are people who hung on to Virgo Triad forever. And again, Kate's very entertaining, and I like Kate. And, Kate has some fun videos that she makes and some fun live streams. In a dispute between two idiots who are hypocrites, probably not the best people, the pantless lawyer stands supreme. Thank you. Voluminous records, I know. Flip through a million papers, I know. Plays the victim card real well and always has an excuse. 299 pages to go. No wonder everyone is putting space between them and her. Are they? They took her gerbs. Castle, protection agreed. Something agreed. I, though, threat your job. Okay. Common sense is no longer common. That's true. They are doing it, Merb. Haven't you ever met they? I do. I meet they all the time. Sounds like the job is about to catch a beating. I know, doesn't it? She's harassing a ton of people. Is she? I would like to see what she's doing now with IG. Okay. Fuck WNN. Okay. I mean, if you want to do you. Lauren, number one in the house. Okay. It was probably more to the effect of, if you don't stop bringing your drama to or involving work, you will be terminated. That is probably not an unreasonable position for a job to take. So I'm a fan of you. Do I get something that reflects on you? And I do something that reflects on you? Wow, what power I have. I know. It's crazy. Her and Chille both think that the fans' actions are directly attributable to the content creator. Who's they, though? I don't know. It's a good question. I'm also a Lauren. Lauren? Man, those goalposts are all over the place. LMAO. Fingered, I don't know what that means. 34th Street for life. Apparently, Adam does not like WNN. If every one of them were spaces on a wheel of fortune, you would lose on every spin. That's probably true. Rating on your charade. Thank you so much for not making Lauren part of your YouTube handle. A little too many. I have to say, if we're going to criticize others for improperly using the legal system and or bad legal strategy, it's only fair to hold Kate to the same standard. I know. That's all I'm doing. I'm holding her to the same standard I held Chille to. That's all I'm doing. Lauren, I'm a member of the DC bar, so we have that in common. That seems like we've read that before. I don't know how she's kept the job she's got so long with all the drama she has going on in her personal life. Well, hopefully she keeps her personal life separate from her job. I would hope she does. I mean, that's what should be done, right? Nice, Kevin. Yikes. Kate trying some BS along with IG, the one who gave her revenge porn, okay? Constantly. Let's see. Of course, I'm probably going to be your father, so that might be a problem. That hurts my ears. Sorry. It sounds like the judge is trying to help her on many occasions. I don't think she took the hint. The judge was fairly, both judges, both in the, actually all the judges were fairly helpful to her. None of the judges were as curt with her as they were with Chille. Now, Chille came in swinging and shitting all over the judge, so I can understand why the judge would be less forgiving with him, but it would be nice if all the judges would treat all the people the same. That's all I'm saying. Judge trying to ask about those hearsay exceptions. Is this flaming dumpster full of crappy people still going on? Yes. Sorry. When everyone is discussing the Murdoch trial or Paltrow skiing or one of the Daryl Brooks, I get out to try and tell them, no, this is the shit show I've somehow fallen down the rabbit hole about. Yeah. Sorry, dude. What about her private groups she got now? I don't know. But private groups don't count. Kate said Discord is private. How soon she forgets. Okay. Looks like Kevin's flirting. It does look like he's flirting. She's a property manager who intercepts all phone calls and emails for the owners. Well, so it is a real shit move to contact someone's job. I'm just going to say that. Try to get them fired. You know, leave your internet drama on the internet and leave people's jobs alone. Like, why so mad? It's only a game. Why so mad? Lauren has a smile I can't get over. Oh boy, yeah. The sugar daddy, truck fire. Lol is a private group like being on home base and doesn't count. I think so. Nutella. I forgot about the truck fire. Dang, I'm having a flashback. Kate becomes Chille. She became Chille in 2020, apparently, or she was always Chille. I don't know. I agree with you, Kevin. She's a very beautiful woman. She knows when to play the victim for sure. Only if it's Kate's. The mosquitoes are coming. I'm not going to be able to be out here long. Would you do such a thing? Arson, would you do such a thing? When you become a troll, make sure you stay a troll and don't become the little cow you eat. Lauren is a lot better looking than Kate. Could Kate be a female narcissist? That's why neither of them will back down. I don't know. Kate made 5 videos about me. Okay. I was just about to talk about the Nutella. The truck fire sounds a lot like that. Crap me. Her druggy boyfriend probably set the fire. They probably set her on fire. Or they set her on fire. Arson of vehicle and words. That predates Chille. So the real question is Chille Kate? That's a good question. And the mosquitoes are getting to me. So I'm going to call this an end of broadcast. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.